It is a movement of people who just want sanity back in politics again, and they want help for average.
Yeah, sanity, like Melissa Carone.
It just,
Sanity.
her sanity is based on her white privilege.
Yeah.
So she's not acknowledging the validity of other people's experiences. She's just assuming her experience should be the default to which everyone should adhere, whether or not they actually have the same privileges she had.
And it's interesting because according to white nationalists, or a lot of white nationalists, being of Ukrainian descent, she wouldn't be white.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as a Polish person, believe me, I understand where the Nazis went and their racism for people who most Americans would call white.
Well, it gets even more ridiculous when you go back in time. Which one of the founding fathers described the Germans as swarthy? I can't remember.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me?
Oh, yeah, no, well, I'll find him. Founding fathers swarthy. Yeah, described the Germans as swarthy. Thomas Jefferson said that they were generally what we
Ben
call
Franklin too.
a swarthy complexion, as are the Germans. Yeah.
Look at the next one down.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I'll go back.
Ben Franklin was being properly racist.
Ben Franklin on stupid swarthy Germans. Whoa. Okay. B
Yeah,
man.
click on that.
Okay, B man. Let's calm that down. Anyway, yeah, because they were like, oh, it's supposed to be white Anglo-Saxon Protestants in America, and now the Germans are coming in. When the Germans aren't white enough for you, fucking hell. Anyway, Ben Franklin on stupid swarthy Germans. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just go right to the quote.
Those who come hither are generally of the most ignorant, stupid sort of their own nation, and as few of the English understand the German language, and so cannot address either from the press or pulpit, 'tis almost impossible to remove any prejudice they once entertain. Not being used to liberty, they know not how to make a modest use of it. I remember when they modestly declined intermeddling in our elections, but now they come in droves and carry all before them, except in 1 or 2 counties. In short, unless the stream of their importation can be turned from this to other colonies, as you very judiciously propose, they will soon so outnumber us that all the advantages we have will not, in my opinion, be able to preserve our language, and even our government will become precarious. Ooh.
Wow.
Ouch. Immigrants was that another objection was had their swarthy complexion, which was an affront to the purely white people who originally settled America.
Honestly, holy shit, this is really opening to my eyes how fucking white supremacist it has always been. Like, I got that it was, especially when it came to black people. But holy shit, like, you're not even the right kind of white people for these people.
Yeah. So imagine if the Germans aren't white enough, the Irish aren't white enough, no one's white enough.
Like, I understood, like, when people were coming over in the 1900s and the anti-Italian bias and German bias, but fucking Benjamin fucking Franklin,
who was like one of the most intelligent, forward-thinking, progressive people of his day, and he thought this shit. He was one of the most educated, knowledgeable people, and he genuinely was an amazing man in many respects, but was this racist? Fuck. Bad times, people, bad times.
Yeah. Is this another Rory issue going on?
So it makes you think, maybe the people who thought the Germans were too swarthy maybe didn't make an absolutely perfect government. Maybe some tweaks might be okay. Just a thought.
Yeah, go down to where it says 24 dot and read from there. That looks a bit intriguing.
24, which leads me to add...
by the way, the cursed image is blocking the screen.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry. There you go. Hang on, I'll put it over me.
Yeah, and you can maybe blow it up on the screen to like 150 because that's tiny, tiny little font. You put it over you.
There you go.
Silly beans.
24, which leads me to add one remark, that the number of purely white people in the world is proportionately very small. All Africa is black or tawny? Well, the fucking owls. What?
Tawny.
Yeah. Asia chiefly tawny. America exclusively of the new... Oh, commas. I thought they said corners. I was like, new corners.
Yeah, me too for a second.
Wholly so. And in Europe, the Spaniards, Italians, French, Russians and Swedes are generally what we call a swarthy complexion. Is that generally what we call them, Benjamin? Really? Okay.
Swedes?
Yeah, Swedes, the
Fucking
whitest
Swedes?
people that have ever existed. If they were naked, they'd blend in with the snow.
Yes.
And as for the Germans, also the Saxons only accepted, who with
Why?
the English, because Anglo-Saxon, they have to.
Oh, of course,
Yeah,
right.
accepted, who with the English make the principal body of white people. So basically, no one in the world then. A statistically, just implausibly tiny number of people are white. Make up the principal body of white people on the face of the earth. I could wish their number were increased. And while we are, as I may call it, scouring our planet by clearing America of woods, and so making the side of our globe reflect a brighter light of the eyes of inhabitants in Mars or Venus, the fuck are you talking about? Why should we, in the sight of our superior beings, darken its people? Ooh, okay, bad times. Why increase the sons of Africa? Sheesh. By planting them in America? Yeah. Oh, where we have so fair an opportunity by excluding all blacks and tawnies of increasing the lovely white and red. But perhaps I am partial to the complexion of my country, for such kind of partiality is natural to mankind. Ooh.
When you talk about white is a social construct, this is all you need to read.
Yeah. The Germans are swarthy, except that bit of Germany that's Saxony. That bit's fine. Right. That bit's fine.
Yes.
But the rest of them can fuck off.
Yeah. Whiteness is an American social construct.
Yeah. Well, not just American.
To support slavery.
Lots of European.
I think.
So the scientific racialisms. People are,
but I think in terms of where the concept originated, it was in aid of maintaining slavery and the power structure and also white supremacy. Yeah. I mean, it's in aid of this. Yeah. By expanding the number of white people, you choose to, with tawny and black people as your primary goal. You just, So, I mean, this just compares to how how people would think about whiteness now. And then how actually in the colonies, they didn't even think of other Europeans as white.
Yeah.
Most of Europe isn't even white. It's the swarthy. Not even the Swedes.
Yeah, I know, the Swedes. That can be one of the only times in history anyone's ever described a Swede as dark. Good Lord. Well, outside of, there are now, obviously, people of colour who are Swedish. But when we talk about, like, the white Swedes, they're just the white... Have you seen ABBA? A lot of the whitest people ever.
Yes.
And that's fine, really nothing wrong with that, but it's this motherfucker's like, nah, too dark.
No, but I think that I'm really glad we stumbled across this, because when we have these conversations about the construction of race in America and people want to say, it's a biological thing, it's not a social construct. This is a time capsule of how you're probably the person you're talking to would not have been counted as white in the eyes of Ben Franklin.
But neither I or you, who are both whiter than the driven snow. My father's an Irishman, and you're of Polish extraction.
Polish.
Yeah. Yep. And you don't live in Saxony either, the white bit of Germany.
No.
So, you just, we wouldn't be white.
So how did we get from what Ben Franklin and presumably, I should say, his contemporaries thought about these issues? Because he's talking about a bill that's being proposed, right, to stop immigration from certain European countries or turn them into other states so that they don't get outnumbered, right? How did we get from that to this? It's a construction of whiteness.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's responding to someone about something. I don't know if it's a bill or whatever, but it might be a letter or something.
But now they come in droves, carrying all before them, except in one or two counties, and shortenless the stream of their importation could be turned back from these colonies as you very judiciously propose. So I guess it might not be a bill, but it might have just been a conversation. Like, we should just block all these immigrants from coming in now that we're here as immigrants.
Yeah. The Continental Army appendices. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, damn.
So he's right. But he's writing to someone about something.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
But either way, pretty fucking racist. I think we can agree.
Oh my God, so racist.
A little bit racialism's going on here.
Honestly, in some ways, he's more racist than like current racists in America because they have a broader definition of whiteness.
Well, it is the white.
The KKK would be incredibly liberal for him.
White nationalists. White nationalism is entirely an American construct. That is definitely true. Because trust me, the white peoples of Europe do not see themselves as kin. It's not true.
Yes.
They've been
They're too
doing
busy
nothing but
fighting.
slaughter each other for centuries. We're not the same people.
Yeah, that's it.
Literally, if you saw the vitriol with which the British treated the white Polish immigrants of the last 20 years, you would know there's no brotherhood between the white folk of Europe.
Among whites.
Yeah.
Right.
It's only because the white people in North America are a coagulation of all of these different nationalities. You've got Swedes and Germans and Irish and Anglo-Saxons and all sorts mushed together. They've gone, should we do a racism together? Yeah, go on then. You know, they've done like a union of racist white people.
Yeah, there wasn't a significant enough population to be enslaved, basically, or were basically imported for the purpose of being enslaved peoples in Europe, in the way that was really a fundamental difference of how power was structured in the colonies.
Yeah. Anyway, so Kristi learned something bad about Ben Franklin. Good.
I did.
Good.
Dan, that guy was an asshole.
Yeah. Oh, they all were, to be fair. It's not just Franklin. Like I say, he was one of the better people in terms of his, at least technological forward thinking, let's say.
This is it. I mean, people are complicated. He had a lot of good ideas and he had a lot of horrendous views.
Indeed.